Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. This is Jayzan. This is What's Book of Unwritten Tales 2. This is a point-and-click adventure game. It's a funny little adventure game where you play the role as a couple characters, as a bumbling knight, a elven princess, and a know-nothing, no-mage teacher. And you play the roles of these characters, and you're on an epic adventure of mystery and surprise. It's a throwback on the 90s and early 2000s, back in the point-and-click adventure game era, when the games were very prominent. This game has some very beautiful landscapes, and this game, it was developed by Nordic Studios, which developed Book of Unwritten Tales 1 and another game, but it's a fairly medium-sized indie studios. There's a fair amount of people working in and involved with the studio. But it's definitely not a big budget studio. But yeah, the game is very pretty. I'm about 3.5 hours in or so. This is the early access, so there's only 2 chapters, and it doesn't say chapters while you're playing. So I'm pretty sure I'm in chapter 2. After you get past a certain area, you end up in this. I'm gonna try and not do any spoilers if I can. But this game is very plot heavy, and it's actually a cute little plot. We're gonna get out of here in this little room here. This is the very beginning of the next chapter. I'm assuming the next chapter, where you take control of a new character, and I haven't even exited this classroom.
Come on, Wilbur, you can do it. You can inspire your students.
So it has pretty good voice acting. As you can tell, I mean, you'll hear some of the voice acting, and there may be minor spoilers.
That's better.
So just a heads up.
So what about the magic runes?
No one knows the name of the gnome that defeated Grandma. Nice try. Feet off the desk, or I'll make it bite them off.
The music's also pretty nice.
Enough with history of magic. Let's cast some spells. Fairy games doesn't sound bad, right?
I've turned it off because of copyright issues, but it has pretty good music. All the art assets in this game are pretty good, and it's cute. The humor isn't bad,
Not bad, eh?
and
Wow.
you can get this on early access on
Is
Steam.
magic, and here you can learn how to control it. That's it for today. Tomorrow we'll do something else.
So I had a
Oh, sorry, honey. Get rid of that, will you? I need a word with Mr. Weathervane. Mr. Weathervane, nice to finally meet you in person.
So yeah, this game has a lot of good ease of access features in the game. Like a lot of point-and-click adventures will leave you guessing on what to click. Like you might be clicking 100 different things that aren't even clickable. Let me get out of this
And you are?
chat situation.
How very precious. I rather thought it'd be wise to watch out for you, Mr. Weathervane.
The game is very wordy, but it's
Why watch out
not
for
bad.
me?
You only play the innocent little country yokel. I always knew that.
The information that it
Your
gives
patron, Archmage
is usually
Alistair,
pretty,
will not win
interesting.
the election against me. Did you know that we're only 3 points behind him in the latest polls?
No, I wasn't aware of that. How may I help you?
Help me? One of the Archmage's top men wants to help me. You know how the game is played, don't you, Weathervane?
What game?
Things are heating up. The House of Cards is starting to collapse. I know it, and Alistair knows it too. We both lie low, waiting for the other to make a mistake. And he has made...
Alright, I'm gonna try and skip through this. I don't want to spoil too much.
What, You shouldn't have just shot
Oh, I
my
should've-
fairy.
Alright.
Here.
think it should end now. So
let's
it's very much like many of the other point-and-click adventure games where you gather items that interact with other items and you combine items. And there's so far I've encountered some side quests and stuff like fishing, which raise the fishing proficiency, which is more of a joke type thing. All right, so here's the ease of access features that I was mentioning. So you can see around how it like highlights on different things that you can look at with your different icons. It tells you that in the beginning what the different icons do, or you can just press space and it'll show you everything that you can interact with. For instance, all these hourglasses, I can look at all these different items, and sometimes when I look at an item, it'll switch to a different icon, like the hand icon, where I can take an item or use an item and stuff like that. So that really saves a lot of the point-and-click hassle of some of these games that are sometimes the hardest part. It also, even with that, you still have to use your head. Spent a little bit of time last chapter running back and forth because I just couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do, and I eventually figured it out. So even though it tells you everything you can interact with, it doesn't mean that it's just going to be an easy game where you can just blow it off. So for the most part, let me see if I can go to the bedroom's where I came from. Let's get out of this bedroom. Let's see if I can show some more of the atmosphere of the game. I don't know if there's going to be another room I can get to from here. The last chapter, I was the elf princess, and it was a very beautifully rendered environment where she was in a castle. Looks like I'm also in a school, castle-styled school.
Archmage, Remy!
If it isn't our newest professor. How was your first class, Wilbur?
And yeah, so it's without spoiling too much, I mean, it has very attractive environments, it has good voice acting, it has good dialogue, the game is fun and entertaining, and so far I'm really enjoying my time in it. Now, I would recommend this to go in any point-and-click adventurer's library. If you've ever played the old point-and-click adventure games like Carandia, that's the first thing that pops in my head. Carandia, which was a point-and-click adventure spoofy type of game where you played a jester back in the old PC era. I think it was like 95 or 96 or something like that. And that was a very reminiscent, or this is very reminiscent of that. And if you've ever played that in the old King's Quest series, which that's more of a serious game for the most part, the series I mean, but it kind of plays back onto that genre too. So if this game looks interesting to you, I'm gonna put a link in the description. You can check it out. It's definitely, if you like point-and-click adventure games, I recommend it. And yeah, check it out. As I mentioned before, it's an early access, so it's not finished yet. So I don't know if you purchase it now, you'll get the chapters later, or you can just wait for it to release. But this is definitely something that should stay on your radar, and it's a pretty cool game. So yeah, this was Book of Unwritten Tales, and thanks for watching. If you liked the video or want to see more of this type of stuff, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.